Hello everyone from Kenya. Yes, I now live in Kenya with my amazing family. So if you guys are following me or friends with me on Facebook, then you would see that I am now married to my husband, Shaha, and we have Safari, of course, and Georgina, the newest member of our family. She is 9 years old and she is the cutest thing. So that is our cute new family, and I wanted to kind of give you guys an update on where we are in our lives together. So Safari and Georgina just started school here in our small village in Kenya, and they are both in second grade. So Safari's 8 and Georgina's 9, but they're both in second grade, and so they're in class together. And we definitely did that on purpose because I wanted to make sure that Safari acclimated well, and I thought that Georgina could really help her in that process. So Georgina's been with us in our family for a month and a half now, and in that month and a half she has grown so much, like with her level of English and just communicating with the family. I feel like we have such a good dynamic in our family where like I feel like in society in general, people are often like really sensitive about how they correct people on their English or on their whatever language, right? But in our family, it's just like, it's funny. Like every time someone says something that's like not correct English or not correct Swahili or whatever, like we're just able to just laugh about it and have a good time. Like just the things that Georgina says, and she has just like a hilarious personality in general. So like she will just say things in English and like it won't make sense, but you know what she's saying, and it's just so funny, and everybody including her just like busts out laughing. It's hilarious. So both of them are doing very well in school, and yesterday Georgina was telling my husband Shahat that she doesn't have any friends, and she told me that the first day of school, which was on Tuesday, she was like, it's okay that I don't have any friends because Safari is my friend and I am Safari's friend, so it's okay that we don't have friends. But that's not true. Like they're making a lot of friends, but I feel like they're both just like a little reserved because this is a new school for Georgina and this is a new school for Safari, so like they're just trying to get their bearings first. So I think they're adapting very well, and Safari is adapting well with food, I think because she sees the family eating. So she sees me, Shaha, Georgina eating local foods, and then she'll see me give Georgina something and she'll be like, well, I want my mom to give me something too. So then she'll be like, Mom, I want some cashews. And I'm like, are you sure? She's like, yeah, I want some. And I'm like, okay. And so then she'll like take them and she'll be like, so at least she's like trying. So that's a positive. Shaha it has like adapting of his own excuse me, to do because I feel like I live such a fast-paced life, and so I'm always like on the go, okay, let's do this, oh, my checklist says this or whatever, and he's just like so calm. He's just like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll get to that, or oh, okay, well, I'm gonna take a nap. That's his thing. Every time we do anything, he's like, I'm very tired, I need to take a nap. So we're all having adjustments, but they're all positive, and like every time we're together, it's just a good time. Like the girls, this is their third day of school, and so every time we pick them up, like it's just like constant laughter, like right away. Like Georgina says something funny or Safari says something funny, and it's just a good time. So I think we're all adapting to different elements of our life together, but it's all positive adapting. So I love that. In regards to me and how I'm adapting to married life, to having 2 kids that are about the same age, I think I'm adapting very well. Like I was so nervous when coming here because me and Shaha met online. We'll give our love story on YouTube later, but we met online, and before I met him, I watched a documentary on Kenya about this woman from the UK coming to Kenya and falling in love and having a kid with this man, and throughout it all she was trying to like start up a club, actually like 30 minutes from where I live in Watamu. And it was a horrible like it wasn't a horrible documentary, but it was like horrible the things that happened to her through this documentary, and like black magic was put on her multiple times, and it was just very scary. And for me to not know much about Kenya and then watch that documentary and then meet my husband, I was like, oh, like, it's great to meet you, and yeah, like, I think you're really cool, but I can never live in Kenya. I can never move to Kenya. Kenya is on my do not go list. And so we still talked for like months before like I started opening my mind to the idea of like, okay, like maybe Kenya, like maybe this would be a positive move. And now I'm here. So yeah, I'm here to tell you that like if you watch one bad thing about a country, like that doesn't mean the whole country's bad. So me adapting, I think I'm adapting very well, because I was nervous coming here because you couldn't think that you know somebody like online, but then once you meet in person, like you might not vibe, or you just might, I don't know, not click in certain ways. And for me to go halfway around the world and then be like, oh no, this is not working, like I was so scared. So when I arrived here, I don't know, we just like clicked right away. Like there was a little bit of that like awkward or stuff like that, but like besides that, like it was awesome. Like we adapted well. I feel so comfortable with him. That's the neighbor boy. Yeah, I just feel so comfortable, like, and he makes me feel comfortable even about like topics that like you might be nervous to first talk about with like a spouse or a significant other. I'm not nervous to talk about those things with him because he makes me feel like we're in life together. So anything that might be uncomfortable to talk about, sure, it might be uncomfortable for both of us, but if it needs to be talked about, then let's talk about it, you know? So I think we've both adapted well because we're so open-minded, because we want to make this work, and thus far it is working very well. So I thought that I'd tell you a little about different things that I had in previous videos that I didn't really like finish up on. The surrogacy, I did actually go and do one transfer for the surrogacy, and that transfer unfortunately failed. So this was right around the time I was getting more serious with my now husband Shaha, and I just felt like it would be a long process for us to do another cycle in that surrogacy and then possibly have to do a third cycle if the second one failed, and it was just too much for me. So I decided to cut ties with the surrogacy parents, unfortunately, and I ended my dealings with that company. It was a great company, but I just think that maybe I was a little ill-informed with how much my life would be like under a microscope because of the surrogacy. And that's not just to say that they're too overbearing, but my lifestyle is not conducive to being a surrogate. I think that if you're a stay-at-home mom or you just go to an office job, I think surrogacy would be great for someone like that. But I think with me traveling all over the world and spontaneously saying, I'm moving here, I'm going here, I'm doing this, it wasn't conducive to being a surrogate. So I decided to not do that anymore. Why I took so long off YouTube is because I had just met my husband December 2020, and we had started talking, and right around that time I had also decided that I was going to take a year off of YouTube, Facebook, all social media, because I just wanted to focus on myself, focus on what I was going to do next, and make sure that I was going to do that well. So I took off time from social media. I started focusing a lot on work and trying to save money, and we moved to Ohio so that me and Safari could do DoorDash for 8 months straight before we decided to move to Kenya. So that's what we were doing in that whole time that we were off from social media. And then once we came here is when I started posting again on Facebook, and if you are my friend on Facebook, you will see all of our so many pictures of different adventures that we've had since we've been here in Kenya. So what you can expect from our channel, the Kombe family, from now on. We are going to talk about many things that are just part of our daily life, whether it's adventures in a boat or going to the beach, because we live on the coast of Kenya, so there's tons of different water activities to do here. So different things like that. Or we've been to Nairobi twice since we've lived here in the past 2 months, and we're going to Nairobi again. Today's Thursday. We're going on Saturday morning, and we're going to be there for a week. And these trips honestly aren't leisure. It's because we're working on processes, which is other things that we're going to talk about on our YouTube channel. Processes like our marriage license, our dependent passes. We're going to talk about the visa that we had to get in order to come to Kenya in the first place. Kenyan passports. So my husband and Georgina, my daughter, they have never had passports before, so we have to get them their Kenyan passports. And then the passports are required for mine and Safari's dependent passes, which is going to allow us to have alien cards in Kenya, which gives us the same benefits as citizens or residents, which would be like not paying double the price at tourist attractions and things like that. We're also going to talk about village life and have village tours of my husband's family's boma, which is like their home, like home in Swahili, and my mother-in-law's home, and also my husband's brother's house, which they're on the same piece of land. And we'll also give a tour of the apartment that we currently live in, and we actually just bought land, so we'll take you through the process of buying land and show you some clips of the actual event ceremony situation where we did buy the land, and we're planning to build on it very soon. We first have to build the fence around our property, and then of course build inside the property. So these, amongst many other different things, are the videos that are coming very soon, so that you all wanting to come to Kenya can understand the process and what you have to go through, understand how the people are, how these systems work in Kenya, and just get a better understanding of how it is to live here. I think thus far, in the past 2 months of living here, it is amazing. Like, it is way more than I could have ever expected. I just enjoy so much being here. It's such a simple life. I just love it. Like, I don't have to like worry about things. Everything is very cheap. We're gonna do a apartment tour of our apartment and how much it costs and all of that coming very soon, so you'll understand exactly how cheap it is to live here. So I will go ahead and insert some clips or some photos of our family, since Georgina and Safari are at school and Shahad's busy doing some things, and you can see how cute our family is together. I just love it. So I will talk to you guys soon, and I hope you enjoyed this relaunching of our YouTube video, The Kombe Family. Bye.